If you feel you have what it takes to be awarded as the best in the business, here is your chance to apply. Head on over to our website, download the form and apply. If you face any troubles when applying or feel the need to get in touch with us directly, email us, call us, tweet at me directly at Sunanda_J or join our Facebook group.
Hello and welcome to Leaders of Tomorrow, 18 Hours special initiative that celebrates the undying entrepreneurial spirit of micro, small and medium enterprises. This is the only daily MSME platform in the country, a show where you can voice your concerns and get answers to all your queries directly from our team of experts. We understand the issues that you, the MSME entrepreneur, face, and this show aims to bring you the most relevant and updated information on everything related to your businesses. Tonight, I'll bring you a quick recap of an interview I did earlier with Shobha Developers. On the show today, a chat with LoanTap on our Insights segment. And on Bright Sparks tonight, we're featuring Cocoon Fine Drugs and Pooja Shoppe. RERA undoubtedly is the biggest change that the real estate industry is staring at. Couple that with the GST, and it looks like it's definitely going to be a busy period for the real estate space. Here then are some exclusive expert insights from Shobha Developers on what you, the MSME entrepreneur, should be prepared for.
RERA will have both sides of impact. Initially, it will impact the people who are not ready to comply with the RERA law. Right? You cannot launch a project, you cannot sell a project, and you cannot do any hanky-panky. If delivery is not done on time, you will be punished. So at the same time, we have taken a view that if you have to succeed in any industry, you cannot succeed by making your customer not as your brand ambassador, but putting them in an adversarial position. I have personally believed, and our company's belief had been, that whatever is good for the customer should be good for the company also. So I think RERA is a right step in that direction, which will ensure that the customer's rights get protected in a far better manner, which in turn will allow them to be more confident that now if they invest or buy a property, there is an authority which will take care of their interest, which will improve the sentiments and which, in my view, should bring back the demand even at a faster pace.
If you're a salaried person struggling to pay EMIs or just an MSME looking for personal loans, Mumbai-based fintech startup LoanTap promises just that, loans on tap. Here are some funding tips from the management of this company, which was set up only earlier this year. Take a look. For the sake of our viewers, can you maybe break it down in terms of how exactly LoanTap works and what the product is able to offer our MSME viewers?
Conceptually speaking, you see what we say is that since different people have a different time frames, I mean all the basic salary comes every month in the same pattern. However, there are incentives, there is a quarterly incentive patterns, there is monthly incentive patterns. Many a times at a senior level you also base your financial stuffs and all depending upon as and when you want the ESOPs to mature or your long-term bonuses and all to hit your account. So you want your principals, your loan payments, your payment capacity varies vastly at those point of time. So you typically want to have a home loan which gets repaid in 5 years time, but at the same time, if you want the home loan to be repaid in 5 years time, the principal payment per month will be very huge, which is not supported by your salaried. So these variations has to be accounted for. So a customer just visits a LoanTap site and he has a different options like he has an option of overdraft kind of a facility which runs like a virtual credit card. So you take the limit with us, and then as and when you require the payment, you just activate it. You go back to the system, log in, and put a request for another disbursement with IMPS and all coming with all the RBI efforts and all. What the fund transfers are possible within 30 minutes. On the maximum side, okay, so it works just like a virtual credit card. You have a requirement tomorrow, you just go click and the fund gets transferred into your account in 30 minutes time, and you have a money in your savings account, or you have got salary coming back you just go back on 25th or 1st of the month and repay into that account. So it works. It's a revolving credit facility. That is how you call it internationally. In India, traditionally it's still called personal overdraft, or you can call it a virtual credit card. So that is how it works. Another product which I would like to specifically talk about is EMI free loans. So when I'm saying EMI free loans, then EMI free loans is basically you are servicing only interest. You are not servicing any principal till the end of the year or till the bonus cycle, which you have to time it. So if you have taken a 1 lakh as a loan, okay, then you give 1500 per month to the institution as an interest servicing, and the principal component, which comes typically in a loan amount of 5 years, about 1000 rupees, that can be paid. I mean 12,000 or 25,000 can be paid after 6 months or at the end of the year, depending upon when you are getting a bonus. So all these customizations are possible with the loan products which we are giving, and it doesn't cost a penny.
You largely target the upwardly mobile and provide loans for personal consumption. How about MSMEs and startups? What kind of services, what kind of products can they look forward to as far as LoanTap is concerned?
On SME segment or MSME segment, if you see, traditionally on a distribution cost is very high even currently. And there is also a degree of very lots of legwork in terms of financial understanding of the business. You need their bank statement, which runs into kgs and kgs of paper bundles. There you have to have ITRs, which also many a time is not filed on time. You have to have a balance sheet, P&L, which is also done roughly more from a compliance point of view rather than giving the exact situation of the business. So reading those things and then building it based on a technology becomes very difficult. As of now, it is really difficult. We are looking forward. We are working on a technology, and we are working with some of the partners also on the technology. We are looking forward to resolve it to a degree of satisfaction level in another 5 to 6 quarters time. By the time we will enter SME segment or MSME segment. So till that time, till I have a solution in mind how the technology will be used to break this barrier or this distribution cost, or to decrease the time frame to deliver the product, I think we will be away from that.
What advice would you have for our viewers about how they can go about becoming financially literate? Finance, of course, is the biggest challenge right now, whether you're an MSME, whether you're a SME or a larger company. Your view on how that could potentially change as the NPA situation probably changes going forward.
Flexibility, and at what cost that flexibility comes in, that is important. This is important for all the segment, whether it's salaried or SMEs and all. As far as the NPA situation is concerned, so you see NPA situation is not really worrying the salaried people. What it is worrying is a SME segment as a whole. Okay, for last year also, although on a corporate segment there has been a loan growth of about 9%, on SME segment the loan growth has been near nil, okay, or on the negative. Because it's the same way. I mean, if your salary is getting delayed by 5 days, your maid will get hit, but not your EMI guy. You will still try and find out from a friend or somewhere and pay the bank or pay your landlord. So the same way the corporate people are being taken care of banks and RBI through the restructuring of the loans, or through different debt mechanism internationally or domestically. But on a SME people, it has been squeezed. The large corporate have stopped vendor payments to the non-critical suppliers. So you don't have a corporate payment coming in. Your customer payment coming in. You don't have the bank funds coming in because of your increased debtor days. I mean, your debtor days has moved all of a sudden from 90 days to 180 days, and then banks are wary of lending you going forward. So you don't have a bank credit available, you don't have your customers paying you on time, and then all of a sudden this NPA is being talked about. So the SME has been squeezed from the both sides, from the customer side as well as from the financial side. So that's where it's hitting badly, and that is where I would say that I think, I mean, as an institution, I mean, although you want to build your top line, I mean, but you should always keep a focus on your collection cycle. If you have missed your collection cycle, that is the end of the game. I mean, and that is where we say most of the institutions who are falling apart, that's precisely because of their collection cycle, nothing else.
we were talking to you previously about fundraising, and I want to talk to you about your own experience, your own journey as far as raising funds is concerned. What has the experience been like?
So the current one has been a breeze, okay, but at the same time I know that there is not something which is going to run like this, because these are primarily from HNIs who were knowing us, but now we know that going forward the second round will be more of an institutional in nature, which will take time, but now we are confident because whatever we have interacted so far, we see lots of excitement. People are really keen to fund you. All they want to see is a good team. They want to see the integrity, and also they want to see product at a certain level. You should have a product at a delivery stage. So people are slightly wary of funding at an early stage, or when the product is not out in the market. We have now customer backing us. We have the product technology all tested, so that will help us.
One quick last word as we end this interview. What are the next 5 years looking like for you?
3 years time we are looking forward to a book of 750 crores. So which I would say, I mean, in my experience on a retail side, where we are talking of doing loans in 2 to 4 lakh segment, I mean average ticket size. So I would say it's a quite a number to achieve.
Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll feature Cocoon Fine Drugs and Puja Shopping. Welcome back. You're with us here on Leaders of Tomorrow, and on Bright Sparks tonight, we're putting the focus on two companies, Cocoon Fine Drugs and Puja Shopping. With a Hindu majority population in the country, the religious and spiritual industry is prosperous and booming. This unorganized sector, though, is finally starting to adopt technology. This Delhi-based startup helps you book your priest and your puja all at the click of a button. Vidya Bharti brings you this story of what you, the MSME entrepreneur, should know about marrying traditional businesses with digital transformation. Take a look.
Festive season means different things to different people. For Mumbaikars, it is the incessant dancing. Delhi, it's all about the great food. And for my roommate, it means a lot of online shopping. But one thing which happens pan-India is puja.
हाँ पंडित जी, आपने जितना सामान लिखवाया, हाँ मैंने लिख लिया। मैं रिपीट करता हूँ, धूप, गुंगुल, अगरबत्ती, गौमूत्र, गाय का गोबर, दूब, घास। पंडित जी मैं कंफ्यूज हो रहा हूँ। अरे इतना सामान एक साथ कहाँ से मैं लाऊंगा? एनीवे हम कोशिश करते हैं सारा सामान इकट्ठा कर लें, ठीक है? इतनी मुश्किल से तो पंडित जी मिले। अब इस सामान के लिए मैं कहाँ भागूंगा? For all type of puja, including पंडित services. अरे ये तो कमाल हो गया। रंजू, सुनो, देखो अब हमें पंडित जी के लिए भटकना नहीं पड़ेगा। पूजा सामग्री के साथ साथ पंडित जी भी प्रोवाइड करते हैं। pujasofi.com हर चीज प्रोवाइड कर रही है।
Adding value to India's 2,50,000 crore religious and spiritual market, Tapas Malik, along with Amushri Jha, started PujaShoppe.com to simplify the tiring process of performing a puja.
Mr. Malik, tell us about the spiritual and the religious market in India, and also tell us why you chose to tap this market.
Performing spiritual rituals in India is a part of life of every Indian, almost every Indian. The moment a child is taken birth until the time somebody passes away, we have rituals from birth to death of an individual in India. So spirituality along with religious products and services is a very, very big market in India, and most of this business is totally untapped. The total business size of spiritual market in India is about $40 billion. Now $40 billion translates to about 2,70,000 crore. So that is a huge business potential. And the best part is, best for the startup like us, is that 90% of this business, entire market, is being catered by unorganized players. So there is a huge business opportunity.
On booking a puja, one receives a puja shopping kit, which has everything from a kalash to Ganga Jal. A certified pandit is sent from the 50,000 pandits listed on pujashoppe.com, and what follows is almost like a breeze.
What are the challenges that a religion-specific startup like yours face?
Okay, the biggest challenge that we have come across so far is the diversity. India is a diverse country with, various different communities that live in this country. For example, I'll take an example. So, Lakshmi Ganesh Puja, which is being done by a Bengali community, is a bit different from the same by the South Indian community, or Tamilian does, or for that matter Marathi people do. So, initial R&D was a huge challenge for us.
In a bid to be a one-stop solution for puja services, divine gifts, customized corporate gifts, astrology among other things, the founders chose to take the omni-channel way for their company. With shops across India and an elaborate website, a consumer can reach Puja Shoppe with great ease.
You chose to marry traditional with online to have an omni-channel setup. What was the reason behind that?
For us adopting omnichannel right from day one was to cater to everybody. This puja and spirituality is very close to somebody's heart. Until and unless, suppose somebody wants to buy an idol of the Lord Krishna, see, who definitely like to see the quality, you would just see the color, even the minutest part, whether the eyes, whether they are proper, each and every features of that particular idol. So that is only possible if somebody goes and sees. So this touch and feel concept. So that is why we started this, started to give this both, entire pleasure of shopping on our website as well as working in our stores, to give this complete fulfillment, so that's how it is.
With the Festival of Lights just around the corner, this leader of tomorrow is trying to make our lives a bit easier and a lot brighter.
A good rug can definitely turn around even the drabbest room, and tonight on Bright Sparks we're featuring the story of a young entrepreneur who took his traditional family businesses, spun a change to take the company to the next level.
Cherry red, cool blue, plush green. A rug can make a home look truly luxurious. Born to a family of a Jaipur-based carpet exporter, Ayush Chaudhary started Cocoon Fine Rugs in 2009 with a fresh perspective to marry contemporary design with vintage aesthetics and created the premium luxury rug brand in the country. To fabricate a holistic 360-degree enterprise, Cocoon Fine Rugs designs, manufactures, merchandises and exports premium carpets through 3 of its leading galleries in Mumbai, Kolkata and Bengaluru. Their signature range of oriental and contemporary rugs are available both online and at offline galleries in various designs, sizes and textiles.
Ayush, when did you start Cocoon Fine Rugs and why did you not take part in the family business and created your own brand?
Our parent company has been in the business of carpets for 35 years now. And we export to major rug stores, rug wholesalers and furniture brands globally. So obviously as we were planning our entry into India, it was important that we started with a brand that symbolized home, that symbolized luxury, that symbolized comfort. And that's how we came up with the name Cocoon as well.
So India is a country famous for its textiles. Do you think the exports reflect the same numbers?
Absolutely. Globally, I think Indian textiles are very renowned. They are known for their fine quality. Very well accepted in high-end stores in the West, in Asia, Europe and so on. So I think in terms of textiles,
India is right up there in the global market, and I think most companies will agree.
Now let's talk about GST. Do you think GST directly or indirectly affect your company, or what is the effect of GST on the textile sector per se?
It's interesting, so as a company, the way Cocoon and our parent company are set up, we are doing business internationally as well as across state boundaries. So sometimes it can be a bit challenging to navigate through various regulations, various tax policies. I see GST coming in. I think accepting and probably understanding and adopting all of those new regulations might take a little while. It might not happen overnight. There might be some sort of mistakes that might happen. But with that said, I think after the initial few months, I think once it's fully in place and everyone has a hang of it, it's going to make life a whole lot easier, and it'll allow business to run seamlessly across state boundaries and internationally as well.
So what do you think is the size of the luxury carpet and rug market in India, and do you think it contributes to Indian economy currently?
So it's still early days for, I think, luxury and designer rugs or luxury interiors in India. But I think going forward, this is going to be a large pie. As people spend more and more on their homes, as real estate boom continues happening, over time, India is looking to provide homes for a billion plus people, out of which probably a certain percentage is going to be in the high end or in the luxury space. So in that sense, the potential is tremendous, I think, we're in it at the right time, and we hope we continue doing what we're doing very, very well.
Well, on that positive note, let's talk about the appetite of luxury carpets and rugs market in India vis-a-vis the Western world.
It's a very exciting space. I think designer homes, designer interior categories is an exciting time. People are getting very, very conscious of how they're doing up their homes. These are important spaces to entertain friends and family. It's an exciting time. It's still early days, and the future is looking fantastic.
So there are thousands of carpet manufacturers in India, and this sector is highly unorganized. What do you think is that one thing that made Cocoon stand out of the crowd?
I think you touched upon it yourself right now. I think the unorganized nature of it. I think when we started Cocoon, in our heads, we knew what we wanted to achieve. We knew we had a clear vision. We had a clear plan in place, what we wanted to do over 1 year, 2 year, 5 years. So we had, in that sense, a 360-degree approach to what we wanted to achieve as Cocoon, as a homegrown luxury brand. And thankfully, we've managed to achieve each of those steps along the way. So the 360-degree view, whether it comes to how we are presenting the product, to how the products are being made, to the designs that are going into the product, to how we are selling them, to how we are servicing the after-sales requests that we get. I think that 360-degree approach is basically what has been a game changer for Cocoon.
Cocoon Fine Rugs curated and customized designer rugs for consumers at a domestic front as well as globally in countries like UK, US, China, Australia, Singapore, Peru, amongst many. With a huge number of happy customers in its kitty, Cocoon Fine Rugs has been successful in collaborating with stalwart designers like Varun Bal and Rushat Shroff for exquisite collections. With design on its fabric and finish in its quality, Cocoon Fine Rugs is weaving a bright future for itself in years to come.
Today we brought you tips on how you can use technology in the area of finance, and do remember that if you are an MSME that wants to be featured on the Leaders of Tomorrow, you have a query about any aspect of your business, you can write into us at leadersoftomorrow@timesgroup.com. You can personally tweet at me. The handle is Sunanda_J. You can reach us on social media using the hashtag LOT or call us on that number that you see flashing on your screen. We promise to have all your queries answered. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.
If you feel you have what it takes to be awarded as the best in the business, here is your chance to apply. Head on over to our website, download the form and apply. If you face any troubles when applying or feel the need to get in touch with us directly, email us, call us, tweet at me directly at Sunanda_J or join our Facebook group.